Good evening, Hyperspinners. Today I've got a special treat for Hypermarquee fans, so get ready. Alright guys, sorry it's been a while since I've made a video. I was on vacation and got caught up on a number of other name cabinet projects, working on the RGB installation and just waiting on a crimp tool to really get the project finished off. So I've got a tutorial coming along quite well, and you will see that when it's all finished. But here is what I'm going to be talking about today. So we've got full sets of Hypermarquees for, oh man, this is all by memory, NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Nintendo Gamecube, and I think it was the 7800? Nope, it was the 5200. So, man alive, guys. So, there's a guy named Dennis. He's on Facebook, and I'm going to call this the Hypermarquee project. But what he's got here is a script to essentially make these Hypermarquees. So he is busting through these like no one's business. I've done all the verification. There are no missing marquees for the systems that I just mentioned. He's also working on a Sega Dreamcast at the moment, and also the Atari 7800. And yeah, I mean, he is just busting through these, and you can see the quality is amazing. And here, I'll just open up one of these. And maybe what I'll do is I'll also take a short video off my phone so you can see the Hypermarquee in action. You can see the quality is there. It's great, and there are none missing with the ones that I've mentioned. So let's go ahead and open up Nintendo Gamecube. Here we go. Fantastic. And we'll go NES. Throw one of these up there. So good. So we got box art and cart art. It looks amazing. I am extremely pleased. So here's 64. And we will go through the Super Nintendo. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, Dennis. I was just hoping we'd have a similar project to the Bezel project. It's amazing. You know, the default marquees that Retro Humanoid has made, which is here. It does great, but man, what a difference to have one for every game. It's simply amazing. I know he's working on, I think he said it was the Game Boy, or maybe it was the Game Boy Advance. I don't know. Whatever it is, just keep it up. All of this looks fantastic. We've already looked at the NES, we looked at the 64, Super Nintendo, we looked at GameCube. Man, oh man, guys. So what I've done is I've uploaded all of these. Well, for what it's worth, he's also got a set for MAME. It's the only one I didn't choose to actually use, just because I want the basically the classic marquee, of the original. So what he's got is a black background, and the logo, man, it's perfect. It's so good. Like, I cannot believe the work that he's been doing. So he's got a script to make this as streamlined as possible. Just to use the box art and the cart art whenever available, and the logo. All of that comes from emumovies, so it does make the thing a lot less painful now, instead of manually doing all that. But boy, oh boy, he is on a mission. He's going to bust through these systems, and I will keep you guys updated. So where I've dropped these on the FTP, you can see it's still cooking here. There were like 2,500 files. Unbelievable. What I've done is I've dropped this under Official, Ninja 2B Scenes Dojo, Hyperspin, Zip, Tools, Hypermarquee, Marquees, and then the system. So again, it was the NES, the SNES, Nintendo GameCube, and the Atari 5200. So, oh, and the 64. So, man, so we've got so many of these systems now that are complete with the Hypermarquee, and that is going to be cooking. So that should be up by the time I upload the video, and I will take a short snapshot of this all in action. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and get that started. All right, guys, let's do this. So I'm going to try to focus on the marquee so it's accurate with what we're showing off here. And what we'll do is we will go to, I'm going to go to consoles. It's loading, and we will see all of this beautiful artwork. Thanks again, Dennis, and I'm so happy that you chose to do this. So we're going to go to the 5200, and let's see, what is that? That's the 8-bit. This is all ordered by year. There's Retro Humanoids Marquee, fantastic. You can find that on his website, on Retro Humanoid from YouTube. And there is the marquee project. Every one of these games will have a marquee. I've tested them, they all look great. So you can see a few of these. So there is the box art and the logos. And we are going to go ahead and back out of that. And we are going to look at the next one. Let's see. Where are we at? So there, we just looked at the Atari, then we're going to go down. The next one should be the NES, or I missed it. There we go, NES. So the Hypermarquees can also support video, so you can see that there. And it's going to flip to, man, that's so good. So we got the box art. I'm trying to get it where the brightness is looking all right. It looks great with the box art and the cart art there. We're going to go ahead and back out of that. Look at another one. So good. Now the marquee didn't pick that one up. Let's see here. Here, let's see here. Is it losing focus? Yeah, I think it was losing focus or something. Let's see here. That's interesting. I'll double check the adventures of Dr. Franken, whatever this is. Oh, it's a prototype. That's right. So something that if you do have prototypes on your system, these marquees are only for the full official list. So you can see any USA or Europe, it will show up. So if you do have protos, you know, those, you know, won't be included in the package, you know, for good reason. So we are going to go ahead and back out of that. We're going to look at Super Nintendo. Try to take that brightness out. Alright, so now we're looking at a game here. There you go. It's so good. Try to get the brightness better here. Oh, it's so good. Alright, so we're gonna look at the next one. So it should be the 64. 64. Okay, we're going to go ahead and enter that. And here comes the marquee, Castlevania. Man, so yeah, that will stick, you know, as you launch your game. It looks amazing. Thank you again, Dennis. We've got one more system to look at, and it is the Gamecube. So let's the Gamecube. There we go. So it looks like we're on Sonic, and there you have it. Complete marquees. Oh, this is a Japanese version. So hey, let's go ahead and get to USA. There she is. Amazing work, and for what it's worth, the what do you want to say? The
the Japan, like there's a few Japanese games that I've added manually, but for what it's worth, like USA, it is fantastic. There you go. Alright, so yeah, some of the box art you can see isn't always 100% to size, but I will work with Dennis to see if we can get any of that fixed. But for the most part, you know, if the box art is readily available and it is the right size, this is all based on emumovies assets anyway, so it's all, you know, dependent on that. But you can see it's looking very nice. Man, it's so good. Thanks so much, Dennis. I look forward to seeing your other systems that you're making, and we will catch you guys all next time.